Hey everyone, I've got a 2000 Honda Rancher ES and I've got a shifting issue. It will go up, the gears won't go back down. So unless the engine is running, if the engine's running it seems to shift okay. So I'm expecting a weak shifter motor. So we're going to change it out today. Okay, I've already removed the side cover just to quicken the video a little bit. But okay, the shifting motor is located right here in the front of the engine. I'm going to take this mud flap off just to make it a little easier to get to it. These, if they ain't been off, you got two underneath here. If they've not been off before and it's that old, they are hard to get out. She had a total of 3. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this floorboard. Okay, with that removed, it should come off real easy, just like that. Okay, with access to the shifter motor, we've got 2 10mm bolts. And I'm accessing these bolts from the left side of the ATV. With the bolts out, gently pull on it, pull to the outside, and there's the motor. In order to remove the cable, you will have to take the protector guard off of the angle sensor. And it's also 2 10mm bolts. The second bolt is on the top. That is tight. Okay, with the guard out of the way, you pull the cable. And it was tucked back behind the angle sensor. Now yours may or may not have all these little connectors, but with zip ties, you got to release those. And you can lay them in place. Okay, I'm in front of the ATV here. This connector, which is right in the front of the frame, will have to be disconnected. And you just take a screwdriver, gently pry on the tab from the harness side. And I've got 2 more zip ties I've got to take off. Here and down here next to the fan. It's a little tricky to get to these or stretch both hands. It's pretty hard to, it's almost a one-hand situation here. So dexterity comes in handy. Okay, that is all the zip ties. The motor out and the harness. I've got the new motor. I got it off of Amazon, and I had read reviews where the people was complaining about the cable being too short, and they was having to splice their factory cable. But it looks to me like this one is plenty long enough. Actually, it's even longer than the factory. So I don't know what they was doing wrong, but I can put a link in my description. And I think they was like 40 bucks. And it got good reviews other than people complain about the cable being too short, but that's not the situation on this one. Okay, now I'm going to install the motor. And you got the 2 bolt holes will line up at about a 3 o'clock and 11 o'clock position. And just gently push it in, and that was it. Now there are 2 sizes of bolts. The short one will go on top, now I'm ready to tighten up. With the motor installed, I'm now going to tuck the cable back in behind the angle sensor, and it'll tuck in just like that right there. Now I'm ready to install the guard. With the guard back in place, we're going to take the cable and the connector and put it back up and run it back up the frame. Now there's a tab on the end of the connector. Will go to the front. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right there. Push it in till you hear it click. And now I'm going to zip tie the cable to the frame. I do have a little bit of slack, which ain't a bad thing, and I'll probably put my tie wrap right here just to hold that away from the shock. And like I said, this is almost a one-hand operation. Leaves me with one more. It's a stationary clip. Okay, that's now locked in. So it completes the install. Okay, I've installed the mud flap and I'm putting the floorboard in. With the floorboard installed, we're now ready to put the side panel back in. Okay, that was how you replace a gear motor on a 2000 model Honda Rancher 350 ES. If I helped anybody out, please leave a comment or a like, and I appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next one.